Hello, this is Kyle. So now that I'm settled into my new university accommodation, I'm sure you're all anxious to get a look around. What's that? You're not? That's a bit impolite. Or you're getting a tour whether you like it or not. Okay, the first thing you'll notice is there's actually quite a decent amount of storage space here, I think, which is good because I actually wasn't sure how much space I was going to get. First of all, we have these corner shelves. The bottom one here, that's not very interesting. That's just shoe polish, washing tablets, stuff like that. This second shelf gets a bit more interesting. It has this notepad here, which has the Doctor Who stickers on it, is kind of my creative writing notebook journal where I scribble down my ideas and my planning and stuff, because believe it or not, I do actually attempt to plan some of the things I do. Up onto the next shelf, there's some DVDs on there. I didn't bring many DVDs, I left most of them at home because the idea is I'll be able to pick those up at Christmas time when I go back then if there's anything I particularly need that I haven't got. So all I have at the moment is this Doctor Who Frontier in Space, because that's one that I do want to watch soon because I haven't seen that for a while. Up onto the top shelf we have some of my favourite creepy things here. This wonderful rat. I used to have two of these in fact, but years ago I actually took one into school with me and it got confiscated, but I was quite happy about it because it ended up in the biology science laboratory where they have lots of little model animals like frogs and spiders and stuff, and they have my rat in there as well, which is actually quite good. So that's some of my creepy things up there because I'm weird. And in fact over here, naturally, we have the resident vampire as well, who watches over anyone who dares to enter the room. I need to think of a name for her, really. If you have any suggestions, you might actually want to let me know in the comments. Over here, I have my shelf with all my books on. I did want to bring lots of books here, because that's something that is quite important to me, so I brought as many as I could fit, really. And on the end here, I have my new folders. Well, they're not new folders really because they're recycled from last year, but I've put together a folder for each of my modules basically. So these two are for creative writing, poetry and fiction, and this one is for English literature, practical criticism, which kind of annoys me at the moment because there seems to be a big emphasis on objectivity and being value-free, and I don't think literature works like that, because literature is read by people, not by machines, and it's only defined by the individual subjective experience of each reader. But that's a rant for another time. Moving down here, we have this big TV screen. Unfortunately, you do need a license to watch TV on here, which I currently don't have, but I do have a computer down here which came with the accommodation, which literally hooks up to this screen, so I can actually use that as a computer, which is quite nice. That is in case I forget what my name is. These are more storage space in these drawers, top drawers, just really some essentials. I keep sort of backup stationery in there, and then in the bottom I have some of the stuff I'm actually using for my course, like this is my new planner for this year. One of the things I did specifically request was en-suite accommodation, so I have my own bathroom, and here it is. It's got everything that one would expect, really, including a shower, but this shower kind of annoys me because it's one of those which, if you look at it, it just sprays directly onto the floor. It doesn't have its own compartment. And if, like me, you have long showers, that can be a problem, because before you know it, water's spreading across the whole floor, basically. So that can be a drawback of that. If I stand back, one thing you'll notice is I have a sort of rule, which is that no wall should ever be left bare. To me, that's like indecent. Walls have to be covered. It actually offends me if a wall is left bare. So you can see that there. And if I turn around, this is the view from my window, which is apparently the best view in the flat, and it is quite nice. You're looking across the field there. It looks good at night. It looks good at night when you can see all the lights on the houses in the distance. And there's even a little window here that I can open, although it can get a bit noisy, because there's literally on the other side of those bushes there's a road right there, and sometimes about 3 o'clock in the morning you can hear some drunken students coming back from their night out, which is not so nice when you're trying to sleep, although I do like to listen to them sometimes because you hear some interesting conversations. Okay, so I think that just about concludes the tour. What else is there? My Doctor Who Series 8 reviews will be on the way soon, so keep a lookout. It's just flashbacks. It's okay, I can get through this. Deep breaths. What? How did you get there? It doesn't matter, because I know how to deal with this. Just a second. Hello. Is that the facilities management? Yeah, I was just ringing because there's an animal in my room. Yeah, it's Kyle Theobald. It's a giant black crow. Well, I noticed it said quite clearly in the contract that pets aren't allowed in student accommodation. So I was thinking you might have to come up here and remove it. You'll be here in 5 minutes? Okay, good. Bye. They said they can't remove the crow because apparently it's not a real animal. They say that it's just a stuffed puppet. But I know that that's not true because I've seen, well, you've seen it as well. This thing's alive. It's real. You guys saw that, right, didn't you? That's not just me. You saw that. Like, please tell me, like, in the comments or something, if you saw that, because I'm not going mad here. Maybe I am going mad.